Hi, Vanni.
Hi.
Obviously, last week's set pieces were a fall of you guys. What are you and the team been working on regarding set piece defending for it to be better on Sunday?
So the first thing to be better at something is to work on the origin of something. So if you concede 12 corners in a game, unfortunately, the odds of conceding at least one goal, we conceded three. So I agree with you that we didn't do well. We are high. So the main thing first is to try to be better defending, especially in the middle block, in order to not make mistakes that I'm gonna make us defend too much in the box, and so concede too much too many set plays. And the other thing, of course, we'll try to do better. We have already analyzed. We already did video session. Luckily, the schedule created this extra day of training because we're playing on Sunday instead of Saturday. So we have a training more, so we'll have even more time to work, and so we'll have plenty of time to work on it.
And tactically, how do you plan on, going to have a better start, to have a good start on Sunday against LAFC? Be something similar to last week?
Yeah, I think we didn't have a bad start last week. I think we had actually a very good start, and we conceded a goal, but leading to the goal, the first 15 minutes, I think we did very well. Right after we did very well, we tied. So I think it's not a matter of start; it's a matter of keeping the quality for 90 minutes. And again, last week we had this idea of this was the Joker game, trying to win the game. So it was more, let's say, aggressiveness and be relentless over structure. This week is the other way around, in my opinion. We need to be very good tactically. We need to be very structured in order to limit them, because if we do this with the quality that we have, we can create problem to them, and I think we have a good chance to win.
And finally, going back to the whole thing with tickets, just your overall thoughts on having the upper deck open this Sunday.
Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm proud, actually. So when an organization that you work for at the moment does a thing for the first time in their history, it's like it's a very proud moment, to be honest. So I think it's an enormous recognition to everyone, not just to the team, but to the club. The club has worked tremendously during the season to promote games, to engage with fans, to engage with the city, to engage with the soccer community here in British Columbia. So if we have some love back and some interest from the public, I think it's a huge recognition for everyone who works at the club. And on the other way around, we have to say an enormous thank, because the fan decided to come back and support us, and so it's a very special moment. So it's an added responsibility, because it's now. Of course, I wanted to win even before, but I want to even more win. I want to be very special Sunday, that with a lot of people in the stadium.
All right, thanks, Vanni. See you on Sunday.
See ya.
Vanni, you've had 2 playoff games under your belt. What have you learned from those, from 2021 and then the one that just happened this past week?
Hopefully to win one playoff game. At the moment, my record in the playoff is not that good. I'm a better regular season coach, I would say. I already create a meme of myself doing this. So it's what we learn is, I think it's pretty even obvious, but we learn that mistakes in the play, you pay very, 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 I would say, immediately, the mistake that you do in the playoff. By definition, in the playoff, you play against the best teams in the league, and you can't allow to do mistakes, because their best players, they're going to score. I give you an example. We made a mistake on the second goal about positioning, about how we were defending, And maybe against other teams, we don't concede a goal because the ball arrives to a good player. Against LAFC, the ball arrives to Buanga, and if you put Buanga in a position to harm you, he harms you. So the main thing, and the same has been with the set plays, the main thing is we need to be really good and concentrate on, I don't want to say the basics, but the thing that we need to do well. And if we do well that, I think we're going to have a lot of chance to win and to make the meme go away.
I know you talk about the importance of being home and that being your fortress. Those 2 games were on the road, and even in the regular season, playing on the road is difficult.
Yeah.
The importance of BC Place being the next playoff game, and how you're going to translate that great open play that you had in LAFC to BC Place and into the second game.
I think it's critically important. I give you an example. Like, I think that when we consider the third goal, the 3-2, if we were in Vancouver, it wouldn't have gone differently, because with the fans being behind us, we were doing well even at the beginning of the second half, and against the run of play, we concede another goal, and then you can be a little bit frustrated or deflated. And when you play home with a lot of fans, like it happens last week, like against the LAFC, we missed the penalty, we conceded a goal, even playing better than that, but the fans are behind us, and so we keep playing. It happened the week before against St. Louis. Very good first half, but we don't score. Maybe you can become a little frustrated, but no, the fans are going to pick you up. They help to stay better in the game. And the fact that we need them, and it's going to be easier for us to stay in the game thanks to them, I think it adds a little bit of chance for us in order to win the game if you're going to play well.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. We'll go to Michael McCall, please.
Hey, Vanni, just a couple of questions for you. When we spoke a couple of weeks ago, you said you weren't a huge fan of this playoff format. Now that the first game looked the way it has, are you a bigger fan of the format now?
Yeah, now I'm the biggest fan of this format. It's the best ever. Yeah. But jokes aside, lineup decision, and especially things that I've done in the game, during the game last week, are also dictated by the format. When we were down 3-2, we made a very offensive sub that probably, if it would be a home and away game, you wouldn't have done it. You would have kept the game in a way that, okay, we're losing 3-2, so we can win only for one goal. I think that the format, of course, and dictates the way that you approach the game. And since now it's from now on, even if we win, every game will be a do or die. We need to approach the game like it was a traditional playoff, like it needs to be a perfect game, a game where we stay in the game as much as we can. So again, I repeat myself, but it's going to be a game where structure over being relentless. It's been much more important to do things well than doing things in a very, very intense way.
Although we haven't seen it in any of the games yet, obviously penalties and shootout are in play. I was just curious for your thoughts on, like, both these teams have goalkeepers that maybe aren't the starters, but arguably are maybe the better at penalty shootouts. Are you open to, like, bringing, say, Isaac on for the shootout if it's getting that way, or is there a risk then of bringing him on and then you've still got a couple of minutes to see a game out and then you've got a cold keeper in the net?
Yeah, every solution is open, of course, but the thing is that you also need to realize how the game is going during the game. So it's, I think, so like, first of all, there's only 3 windows for substitution, and just keeping one for the end in case you go to penalty, I think it limits a lot the choice of the coach. So that's the first thing. The second thing is to see during the week what goalkeepers are doing. And the third thing, I say that, okay, maybe Yohei didn't save a lot of penalty kicks when we went to PKs against
Leagues Cup.
In Leagues Cup. But the only penalty kick that he faced in the league, I think he saved it. So, he doesn't have a bad record.